Hi, Harley here. Today's the last day for travel-related videos, and we're going to go to Switzerland today. I took this trip a number of years ago at my last job, and didn't get a whole lot of time by myself or with personal time, so it's going to be a pretty short video here, I think. Um, flew into Zurich, I think, and then we took the train to Lucerne. We didn't run a car this time. We just took the train, and I must say the trains are very impressive. I've heard of the trains in Europe in general, but we hadn't ever been on any. Um, but we took the train for a couple hours there to do the final leg of our travel, and yeah, it was really impressive. They've got the motion control down to a science. Um, I didn't realize when we started moving. We were sitting in the station. I think I was reading, and had my nose in the book, and looked up and out the window, and all of a sudden there was countryside going by, and it was actually kind of disconcerting because I didn't realize we were moving. It had just started up so smoothly, and there was no clickety clack or rumbling or anything like that. It was just incredibly quiet, incredibly smooth. Um, like I said, very, very impressive. It was almost like being in an airplane without the noise. I've never experienced any kind of travel like that that refined. Like I said, very impressive. We did get to Lucerne, and we did have, I think, a day or so to kind of acclimate ourselves and get ready for the time change. We went to the Transportation Museum there in Lucerne, and that is a very, very nice museum. I had never heard of it, but I guess it's pretty well known. It's huge, huge museum, and they'd have everything from trains to planes to cars to boats and pretty much any kind of transportation there is. They even have some satellites that have been brought back out of space, um, and so there's a space section in the aircraft wing of the museum, and really, really cool museum. I had no idea how old electric trains were. Apparently, Switzerland had their entire train system electrified in like the 1910s, 19 teens, so like right around World War I, I think. They had fully electrified their train system. All the trains, um, passenger and freight and everything in the country is all electrified, which I wasn't aware of. Um, and wasn't aware it was that early in the development of the train system. It's there. So yeah, it was really impressive, very interesting. They had a cutaway steam engine where they'd opened it up, and the cold water areas were painted blue inside, and the firebox there is painted red, and so you could kind of see how the steam worked through the pistons and through the boiler and the whole mechanism there. It was real interesting. Um, and we spent probably pretty much all day there and got through about half of it. So it's really big and very interesting. Really enjoyed that. Really didn't get a whole lot of other extracurricular activities there. Did see a lot of countryside as we were traveling, and beautiful, beautiful country. The pictures don't do it justice. It really is a pretty area of the world. And probably the other thing that really impressed me was the overall design. Everything from the architecture and the buildings to the industrial design of just common everyday stuff that the hinges on the doors in the hotel rooms and the doorknobs and everything. Everything just had a sense of design and craftsmanship to it that was interesting. I don't see it a lot over here in the United States. We have a lot of everything kind of seems cheap by comparison, and so that was kind of interesting, very and remarkable to me that I noticed that. I think that's about it for this one. Like I said, it's pretty quick and pretty short. Until tomorrow, go make something. Perfection's not required. Fun is.